cut crew.
We cut crew from the budget.
You had a budget?
See, now you're hitting on my main point.
The really cool thing about Gray State is that what we're doing from the standpoint of the marketing and taking our time and gathering our resources and getting ready to push it at the right moment is something that most films around the Twin Cities aren't doing.
Out in Hollywood or out in New York or Chicago, whatever. They do these things. Around here, nobody does that.
I'm really impressed with the marketing aspect of Gray State. The photos look amazingly professional. The website looks incredible. All of these things lend a professionalism and a high production value to something that isn't even made yet, that attracts attention. It demands attention. The more that Dave and Mitch apply their knowledge to the marketing aspects, it makes it comparable to huge budget features, and it draws the eye.
The trailer is almost secondary to the concept push itself. We are generating something like 25 behind-the-scenes videos. They're pushing this concept, showing that, yeah, we planned for this, and we did this, and this is what we get. And this is with no budget. And we've already passed a lot of local films on Facebook in popularity, and we're in hibernation. If we approach an investor with a completed trailer and we have 10,000 Facebook fans, a movement behind it, that's already a sale.
Filmmakers have not been able to utilize the resources that they can through Facebook and the marketing aspect on it and figure out, first off, who's your demographic? Who's your niche? How are you going to contact the people who actually have deep pockets? What's your plan of taking the film to the next level? How are you going to be able to distribute it? How are you going to get in contact with those people?
It's a big marketing package, and we hand these, like, go to a potential investor or something like that. We give them these things like, this is what we have done, this is what we are prepared to do, how dedicated we are to this project, and with your help we can make this project.
Conversations I've had with other actors and other directors, we've talked about the detail and how much time and effort is going into just a trailer.
Most concept trailers never see the light of day or never really get off the ground, let alone you're putting a lot of funding and money into a product that you're hoping to lead to the actual production of the film itself.
A lot of work has gone into the concept trailer because they're looking to sort of show this as a very wide concept, a very big, broad-based concept that envelops an entire country. So it's going to take a lot of work. These things definitely take time.
It's all about the quality. It's not about the quantity. And this is where people get really confused, because a lot of filmmakers are like, well, I'm going to pump out films like this, shorts, boom, boom. And when they do that, it's like this.
I think so much work has gone into a concept trailer because they believe in what they're writing about.
I know with David and Mitch as filmmakers, they wanted to do a lot of things, and they wanted to push the barrier and the envelope as much as possible.
There's a ton of detail, a lot of footage, a lot of options to do a lot of different things. And in addition to just one standard trailer, there's huge opportunity to do ongoing promotion.
If you guys putting this much effort into it, then you care about what the story's going to be, and to me that's the most important thing.
The mistake I think a lot of film producers and directors make is that they send it out and send it out and they will watch it, and maybe they will, but the way Facebook and the internet works, things are there and gone in a millisecond. So you really have to put together a campaign to get that information out there.
All this buzz that people have for Gray State, we didn't start it. We just started shooting. We started doing a scene here, a scene there, involving people that we wanted, and it just generated from there.
It was crazy. We didn't do anything to hype the film at all. All the hype has come from people being on set.
The people who have worked on Gray State already are like evangelists. I kid you not.
The more people that were brought on to Gray State, the more they started talking about it and publicizing it, and it just became this huge buzz. Like, tell me more about Gray State. Hey, how can I get on that set?
People working on feature films being shot during the same time. The cast and crew on that feature film was talking about Gray State.
I think everybody's in anticipation.
But we knew we had to use that hype for our own good and push that, because we knew it being successful was going to be built on word of mouth and grassroots.
The things that we're showing, the things that we're saying are appealing to people. and it's making it a very popular idea.
I think people are finally seeing a film that it's a direct reflection of what reality is actually becoming. And I think people are, at this point, are extremely happy and excited for a project like this to show that.
I think there's a huge amount of potential for the Gray State idea. The incredible professionalism of the shoot, the really awesome look of the trailer. I think it's going to get some attention, and I think it's going to get some budgetary attention, some financial attention, which it really deserves.
I think Gray State would definitely run into some problems because they're pushing the envelope. With anything that's pushing the envelope or trying to get a message out there that maybe not everybody agrees with, you're going to have some things you're running with.
I think it's going to go over well with whomever you show it to.
I think it'll go over well with them. Whether they want to actually give us money to do it, who knows?
The way that it's being done, I mean, the interviews, doing a trailer and not just shooting the feature, we can get investors interested in the project so that we can get funding, so that we can actually make something that's great.
We're saying, well, anyone can make a movie these days because for $3,000 you get pro quality gear. Well, yeah, it's all what you do with it. A tube of paint is cheap, but not everyone's Picasso. So.
Because in this day and age, not only are we talking about creating an effective story, but this story can only be produced if it's got the financial backing to create it.
I'd like to see him get it made and have it actually go somewhere and be noticed as being something that got made in Minnesota. And wow, they pulled something off with nothing.
Is immensely ambitious and requires a great deal of financial backing, let's be honest. So they understand that a good concept marketing piece like a trailer with posters and websites, distribution ideas, really the effectiveness of how they can create the story, knowing all that ahead of time so that they can offer this to investors so that they know that what they're investing in knows what they're doing and will immediately not have any question about any aspect of the production. David and Mitch and Danny have already answered those questions for any investor that has them.
Hopefully we get some fantastic funding so we can make a bomb movie.
And we can. There's no doubt in my mind. There's enough resources here and talent to actually do it.
My idea on doing films in the Twin Cities is pretty much this is our home, and we can do everything that they can do on the West Coast. And now all we have to do is show them that we can do it. We obviously have the talent. We have the people in Minnesota. We have the military group, Bullet Exchange. We have open air action design. We have great camera people, great directors, great production companies. All we have to do is come together and show that we can do exactly what they do out there. And to have all those pieces kind of come together for a local film and to work that great really surprised me and made me happy too, because that's obviously our ultimate goal.
It'd be fun to see the finished product.
Oh, it's going to be great. People are going to love it. They're going to get some funding, and then we're all going to get a job. Woohoo!
It's a professional, intelligent film. It's groundbreaking on what it's trying to do, from the visual aspect to the storytelling to the production.
I'd like the feature to be so good that people outside of Minneapolis are like, wow, again, because I don't think that anybody ever says wow when they think of Minneapolis.
Gray State is making waves. This is just within the regional aspect. This is before we start doing our national.
We have generated this concept that has resonated with people. With just the promise of a concept trailer, we're competing with other local feature films that have already got their budget, already shot, and they're on the downslope already. We're looking at the upslope.
I can't see Gray State not being a success. It's definitely going to knock it out of the park.
It will get funded, it will be shot, and it will be made.
This is the rise. We're just starting out. That is my favorite part about Gray State, is that I hardly need to sell the concept.
Oh, working on Gray State was such a positive experience, and I was so glad to be a part of it. And I hope, sincerely, that we can move on to a feature film where I can work with these guys day in and day out and be a part of a really exciting process.